And you were telling me, too, that you don't blame the police most of the time. You say that most of the police officers you come in contact with are not jerks.
Well, I'd like to get into that a little bit. What we're talking about during the break is I really believe after filming the cops every weekend, sometimes Friday and Saturday, giving my weekends up for this for 2 years, I believe that people that become cops do it from a legitimate animus of wanting to be a good person and wanting to protect society. Mm-hmm. We have some inherent problems with our society. I believe government is force, and the most naked expression of government is when police interact with the people. I believe taxation is theft, and to justify that theft, certain kinds of behavior need to be reinforced in our society. We have a societal problem. We are becoming more totalitarian, more corporatist. The cop isn't the problem. It's our systemic problems in our society. The cop is just a naked expression of force. Mm-hmm. I will believe there are more good cops when I see good cops start arresting cops when they start, breaking the laws. There's a rule book called the Constitution. And if it's not going to be followed, these kind of resentments are going to get created. They're going to foment. And people have lost faith in law enforcement. They've lost faith in the ability of law enforcement to protect them or to adhere to some sort of a mythical social contract. And part of it is because post 9/11, the man in blue has become the man in the black ski mask. It's no longer the government and politicians no longer talk about what we can do for you. They talk about the external enemies we're going to protect you from. If government is operating from a constant perspective that they're in a climate of fear, the police, which is the naked expression of what government is, the naked expression of force, are going to start being more heavy-handed, more totalitarian. So I would say that the majority of people that get into law enforcement, they had at the beginning, when they started police academy, a legitimate animus of wanting to be a good person, but they're brainwashed into this system that we have, and they believe in the baseball mom and apple pie, and this is the only way I can be a good person and try to protect society, is to participate in this flawed system. And that's what I believe.
I think that this is what I believe. I believe that the biggest faith, I guess, that I have more than anything else is I have faith in the police. That if they see injustice and it's on a grand scale, that they will lay down their weapons and fight on our side. That they'll become the citizen as well as the police officer.
Historically, history has proved time and time again. If you research revolutions, that's the moment when they really start. Is when police start siding with the people. It happened in the Arab Spring when they tossed out Mubarak. The police and the military started allowing protesters to get on top of their vehicles, started actually siding with, the people. Mm-hmm. And that will happen eventually. Mm-hmm. That kind of thing. Societies can no longer continue to become so totalitarian that the stench of this tyranny will reach the police. And eventually, I think that they will come over to the side of the people. History has proven this to be true. It's just a matter of when.
They'll be there to protect the people no matter what. And that's the
the good ones, yes. But it's just quickly, why Hitler's regime took over, why Mussolini's regime took over was simple. There was no rigid, defined culture of resistance before they said, hey, we want to take over everything. Mm-hmm.